On my tablet, 559. Yeah.
I'll go ahead and start. Hey, hey. I hope we are streaming. We are on the go tonight, you guys. We are in our motel room, but we're still here. So if you guys are here with us, if you can just say, "Hey, how you doing?" and drop us a line and let us know where you're watching from, that would be awesome. I don't know. Are you finding me, babe? I hope I'm here. Look,
Yeah.
I hope I'm here. I hope we're streaming. You never know with the motel Wi-Fi how well it's gonna go. I need to get a hotspot, which I should have used my phone's hotspot. If it doesn't work, I'll use my phone's hotspot.
Okay, you're live on YouTube,
Oh,
and
okay.
you are live on Facebook. Facebook, I got you. Yeah, there we are. Okay.
Okay, so we're here. Yay! We never know, y'all. I forgot the microphones. So you guys can let me know if I'm not loud enough because I'm used to talking with the mic on me. So if you guys can't hear what I'm saying, let me know and I'll speak up. I don't know how you say something, baby. Let me see how loud you're gonna be.
Hi, everyone. All right, let's see. Watching
Oh,
on Facebook is Pat Krause Mio from Wheaton, Illinois, Shelley Guerra, Doris Rushing, Shannon Booth, Sherry Spade Benhart, Bob Cochran, Joyce Thibodeau, and Joy Elizabeth Brotis from Calgary, Canada, Barbara Garrels, Michelle Adamus from Virginia,
thank you, Shannon.
Sherry Forrest Cunningham. I'm doing them real time right now. Belinda Ruth from Michigan can hear you fine. Melissa List, we are traveling back to Arizona from Boise, Idaho.
Oh, wow.
Shannon can hear us both. So can Mary Sharkey. Elena Burr says you sound good on YouTube.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I know Royce forgot to pack the mic, so
Yeah.
you know, all the
Wilma
things.
Burns from Chicago. Helen R. from Pittsburgh. Diana Spalding in Surprise, Arizona. Roseanne Ross says voices are perfect. Helen R. hearing you fine on YouTube. And Carol Roy hears us all the way in Delaware. And Lana Hall is from apparently just up the road. She says, hi from Tucson. That's where we
Hey,
are.
that's where we are. We were at the Comic Con on weekend. We're so tired, y'all. We tired, but it was good though.
Yes. Ooh, Michelle Peters Doer says Fresno to hit 115 degrees tomorrow.
Yeah, the Central Valley's been really, really hot. That's what Lexi was saying. It's
Is it?
been it's
She's
been
getting hammered.
insanely hot. Yes.
You got how'd you get us? How'd you get glitter?
I got a glitter. I don't know. I was digging in my craft box. This glitter
Kissing a
cooties.
clown?
I mean,
Another clown besides me?
it's cooties. I'm telling you. That's why you don't use glitter because you get cooties everywhere.
Yeah.
Oops.
Let's
I
see.
gotta not hit my table.
Roberta Luke, loved the reel. What did you find?
Oh, we're gonna show you right now. I'm gonna move this on this surface so it doesn't bounce around when I am. Oh Lord, now you guys can see our unmade bed. It's
Yes.
no way no.
That's all right.
Okay.
We got a new. This is the first time I've seen this name. Christiane Renaud. I think that's how I pronounce it. Renaud.
Oh,
Renaud from London, Ontario.
Oh, hello. We're a hot mess today. Well, I'm always a hot mess, just so we're clear. But we're like extra hot message today because we're traveling. So we're like, you guys should see. Normally, my tablet is in a case, and it's a little small for my tripod thing. So I usually have rubber bands, but I forgot to pack rubber bands. So we have masks on there, holding it on there. This is some serious makeshifting going on over here. I'm gonna post a picture so you guys can see. I think it's pretty funny. Um,
Well, I bring up Canada because we're talking about going to Canada next year. So
yes, we just have to figure out a date. I told
yeah.
Colleen when it's not freezing cold. I can do like regular cold, but not like 20 degrees below zero cold.
Well, we want everybody in Canada to come join us, and
Yes.
everybody from the States too. Come up.
Yeah, actually, a lot of the retailers in the Midwest are already making plans to come. It's closer to go to there than it is to come here to Arizona.
On YouTube, Felicia Brown says, "Love your shirt. Do you sell those?"
Thank you. You know what? I don't sell this color, Felicia. This you guys can see my screen print is kind of splitting. I guess this wasn't a right shirt. It has too much stretch to it. But I do sell Roycycle shirts though. Just not this color.
That was one of the very first shirts you experimented with, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. And I actually have one left because I think my nieces and Andrea took all of my extras. Everybody loves this copper color, but I haven't been able to find this color in the right. It has to be a certain cotton polyester mix. You guys know something.
Shannon Booth says masks come in handy for many things. Coasters for one.
Coasters. Oh yeah, that's a good one. That is a good one.
Yeah.
I guess we'll go ahead and get started. I'll show you guys what I found. I found a lot of stuff today. I don't know if you guys saw the video. I posted a reel. I posted a little later than I wanted to. My plan was to put that video together and get it uploaded this afternoon, but at the convention center there was like zero Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
There was none. So it didn't post until we got back to the motel room. But just kind of showing you guys, we went to one thrift store. I told myself I was going to be really like targeted, but I found a trunk. It was only $5. Like I had to get it.
That was a stupid price for that trunk. I mean, really, it was ridiculously low.
So the price was the trunk. It's actually not really a trunk. It is. It's kind of one of the military like Foot Locker kind of trunks, but it was $4.99. I think that was cheaper than anything else I bought.
Yeah.
And everything else I bought was small. But so I will show you guys what I did find though for tonight. I love copper. I do. This is one of my favorite colors. We won't be like, we don't have multi-cameras either because our Wi-Fi in the motel room just won't support that. And in order for me to use 2 cameras, both devices have to be on one Wi-Fi. Anyways, long story short, we cannot use multi-cameras the way we normally do. So we just have the one camera. But I think you guys can see that this is what I found today. And I thought it was kind of cool. Christmas is basically German, right? It's a German holiday. It's where...
No, Christmas is... much of our
celebration comes from the German culture.
Yes.
Right? Okay. So I thought this would be perfect, right? For us to decorate for Christmas. I'm not sure what it is. It looks like I should drink beer out of it, but that'd be a lot of beer. It's for insulated on the inside. So I'm thinking, but it's too small for like an ice.
No, that's a beer stein.
This is a beer. This is a lot of beer.
In Germany, that's right.
You guys tell me if David is right. You think this is a real beer stein? Like I'm going to drink. Oh my, you guys know what would happen if I drank that much beer? I don't know what would happen if I drank that much beer. So we're going to decorate our beer stein for Christmas. And I'm probably going to make somebody really mad, but I'm going to paint it. I'm going to paint it first before we do anything with it. And I couldn't make up my mind if I wanted to if we want to do like a stripe. Okay, this is what I was thinking. I could do ticking like on this bottom. They're like, you guys see those ridges, right? So there's like a little top section and there's a bottom section. So I was thinking paint the whole thing white. And I can put ticking on the bottom and the top like portions right here. And then we'll pick a transfer bit and we can transfer it on there. Or I also have... And so this is the recycled red ticking decoupage paper. I didn't even introduce myself. I'm sorry, my new people.
Yeah, we have some new folks.
Should I put my camera back up? Do I test out our...
No, because right now, honestly, I think we should sell this video to OnlyFans because I've been watching the camera just go bang on those boobs.
Oh my gosh. See, baby, look at it.
That's why you should leave it alone.
Yeah, but now you're talking about my boobs.
They're not showing,
Okay.
just,
That's better.
just they're hinting.
They're hinting. Oh my gosh, my husband is terrible. So we can do that. Or I have this piece of paper, which is the junk journal decoupage paper, recycled. And it has these strips on here, which honestly, you guys, when I designed these, in my mind, these could be like, you could use them the same way you would use like washi tape on a small junk journal, but you could use them if you were doing a larger project. But this green stripe right here is like perfectly sized to go down this middle part. And then we can do a transfer. So I don't know. I'm going to start painting. And maybe we should pick out what transfer bit we're going to use first, and that'll help inform our decision.
All right, we have Luann Vassallo says it's a nice bucket. Joey Marshall says an ice holder.
See, baby.
Kick-Ash Furniture says that's a fun Friday night sign.
Of course, that's what Ashley said.
Belinda Ruth, you should come to Frankenmuth, Michigan for Oktoberfest. That would be small.
Really?
Angie Lascaritas, yes, you should see the Stein sizes at German beer fests. Tina Pirtle says, looks like Beer Stein Ice Bucket Pewter. Let's see, then on YouTube, Sherry Cunningham says, looks like a beer stein to me. Sebastian David is right. Marnie Gustafson, yes, I've been to German Oktoberfest. They actually come bigger. Sherry Cunningham, the bigger the stein, the fewer trips to refill.
But then you have hot beer. But I guess if it's insulated, it doesn't get hot.
Oh, I don't think you did. If I can remember my 20s, baby, you did not let the beer get warm.
No.
Plus, remember, in Europe, beer is warmer.
Oh, yeah, beer is warmer anyway.
Warmer. It's not hot, but
it's not like ice cold the way we like it. It's not ice cold
like Americans like. Yeah, Chris Schmidt, for Oktoberfest, that's actually small, double the size for Germany.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I did not bring tape, y'all, so I'm going to have to, be careful. Because I really want the bottom to stay pewter.
Oh, Carmen Daumer just popped on. Hi, Carmen.
Hey, Carmen.
So we went to Comic-Con in Tucson. I organized one. It's called Arizona Fan Fest. It'll be in March and April. Literally, March 31st, April 1st of next year.
April Fool.
Yeah, I know. That worries me, but...
we'll see what happens.
Yeah, nobody will show up. Yeah, April Fool. So it was good to touch base with vendors that we know.
Sorry.
Vendors that we know. Ones that we don't. We met new folks.
We did.
That one guy who does the 3D art.
Oh yeah, that was really cool.
That was really cool. It was great seeing Latique Curry again. He was excited.
Yes.
And I like his work. You have a piece of his.
I do.
And we met
Captain
a young
America.
artist that just kind of both blew us away.
Which one? The dinosaurs?
Yes.
Yes.
Because we thought her stuff was all digital.
Yes.
And then we look over and she's actually doing one of her pieces there.
Yeah. And when you look at the canvases, you can see that it wasn't digital because you could see the texture.
Right. So it was just beautiful. You bought one of her pieces.
I did. And she's kind of a graffiti artist / fine artist, which
yes.
I think it's just beautiful work.
What would everybody think? So that's a good question. What do you guys think about? Because you guys all do you do projects for other people in addition to for yourself.
Yes.
So sometimes you'll do one for a granddaughter's dresser or a niece's, what do you call it?
Or twin nieces' jewelry boxes.
Yeah, jewelry boxes. Or what's the one where you sit down and you do your makeup?
Oh, like a vanity?
A vanity, yeah, you'll do vanities. Would you guys like more paper art for people other than you?
I vote yes.
Would you like dinosaurs to do for sons and grandsons, or graffiti art, or because we've all got somebody in our family that likes every different kind of art.
Yes.
So I'm just curious, would people like that, or do you like Royce's stuff because it's Royce's stuff and you can pick it out at 100 paces?
I just think that I've had fun celebrating artists every quarter. We've been doing that for a few quarters now.
Yes.
And I think it's been fun to introduce new styles. Next quarter's artist, I am just so excited to introduce her.
Pamela Adair, what paint are you using?
I am using Wise Owl's chalk paint. I did not pack primer, so I'm hoping I don't have any adhesion issues, although I don't think so. So this is Antique Via is this color that I'm using. And this is my staple, you guys know, on my workbench. Actually, you know what? I don't think I lied to you. This is not Antique Via. This is the new white from Wise Owl because I ran out of Antique Via. Only I can't remember the name of it. If I have any new Wise Owl people on here, you guys can tell me what the name of this color is because I forget. It's actually a little cooler than the antique via.
And what I'm asking, I'm not suggesting either or.
No,
Like,
just in addition to.
Just in addition to,
Yeah.
or are you happy with just Royce's stuff or the artists that you've seen so far? Lexi Grenzer's stuff is beautiful.
Yes, Corey Dantini.
Yeah.
We celebrated this quarter with the girls and the Santa Claus.
Yeah. So, yeah, so not an either or, just would you like something, because that, let's face it, graffiti art is not consistent with your style. That doesn't make it bad.
No,
It's just not you.
no,
So,
but I think it's fabulous. If I could do it, it'd be me.
yes. Shannon Booth says, I like gravity art. I'm guessing you meant graffiti, probably a spell check.
Don't you just love spell check? They just help you out so nicely.
Shirley Range says, I have wooden cigar boxes. What medium should she use?
For a wooden cigar box, I would use a white primer just because a lot of those boxes may have, como se dice, oh my gosh, my brain is just tannins in the wood that could bleed through, and a primer would block out those tannins. So a nice, like stain blocking white primer would be good to use underneath your decoupage paper. So this isn't a perfect coat of white, you guys, but you guys know for decoupage it doesn't matter, right? I'm just creating a light surface that we're gonna decoupage over. You know what I didn't do, babe, is I didn't make a thing of water to put my brushes in, but we should be okay.
Yeah.
Just in the few minutes that we're here. But while that's drying, although I did bring my dryer, let's decide what we're gonna use. So I got a request on YouTube to use something from the new Christmas Valley transfer. So I'm sold out of this transfer, but there may be other IOD reps who have this on hand. I sold out the first day. But I also brought along, look, I'm gonna make a mess. Figgy pudding. This is last year's transfer, you guys. It's smaller. You guys can see the figgy pudding transfer compared to the larger transfer. So it is smaller, but it's also more affordable. And I do believe I still have some of these in stock. So we'll look and see what our options are. And I'm thinking that for the size of this, that we may end up selling something from the figgy pudding transfer to use on this. I'm kind of digging the Merry Christmas. That's what I want to look at.
Pam Rossell says, we like Royce's stuff. Valerie Cuts says, yes, more art paper. Lisa Vansel, yes, please, for the grandkids. See, that's what I'm thinking. You know,
Yeah.
you got teen grandkids.
Oh, that's still kind of
They
big.
don't necessarily like what we all like.
Yeah. Not necessarily.
They might, but not necessarily.
Yeah. So I thought this Merry Christmas might be a little, I don't know, in my mind, I'm awful with sizes, you guys. I don't know about you guys, but somebody could tell me how many inches something is, but for some reason it just doesn't mean anything to my brain. So I have to like see things to really get a sense of scale. And I thought this would be a little bit smaller. So I think this is going to be too big for the beer sign, but it could be for something else. This Christmas tree, and there are a lot of comments about there only being one light on the Christmas tree that's on the new transfer, but on the figgy pudding, it's like full of ornaments and lights and all kinds of stuff. And of course we have animals on this one as well. And I thought this one might go on this. What do you think? Like, doesn't that look like a traditional
That would look good
German
on a stein.
Santa Claus? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
That's a Father Christmas.
Yeah, Father Christmas. Maybe Father Christmas on the stein, you guys? I don't know. We'll see. But this Merry Christmas is smaller. That might look good on the stein. And maybe we could do a Merry Christmas. We'd have to cut Father Christmas off a little bit, but he might make it on there. Of course, I'm still not. The request was to use this transfer. We'll see.
Cynthia Kawasaki Gibbons, who's in
Lots
Benson,
of holly. Yes.
says, I love eclectic styles.
do
Sherry Force
too.
Cunningham says she still has some of this year's IOD Christmas transfers, and then she gave her website.
Okay, very good. Because I sold out. I felt bad. I have one more that I'm hoarding, but I'm sorry, you guys. I'm keeping that one for myself.
And she's asking about the grid lines. Are they 1 inch?
The grid, I don't. I'm thinking that they're probably closer to 2 inches, maybe 1.5 inch each of the grid lines on. The grid lines on here. Oh,
Yeah.
yo no sé. I don't know.
Yeah, Wendy O'Quinn Mink loves the old world Santa. Colleen Kobielka still has some of the Christmas Valley transfer too,
Good job.
and
Kobe.
gave her, furniture facelift by Kobe.
By Kobe.
Yeah.
So this one is it's just a little bit too tall. That would be super pretty with something in the middle of it.
And Debbie Manchester Young said Cream or Isles Avenue. I don't know what she's referring.
I feel like I should know. This would look cool on there. I mean, since it's a Stein, right?
Carmen says those are 1/2-inch grids.
Oh, 1/2 inch. Thank you, Carmen. Of course, Carmen knows. This one would be cool. It says Blacktail Inn, and then we have a deer head here, and that would kind of be perfect, right? And maybe we could add some holly to it. I don't know.
Catherine Riggs, I think graffiti art would be cool. Not for me, but my granddaughter would love it.
Yeah.
That's on YouTube. Nancy Evans says love the Santa. Linda Gibson has some available on her Etsy store. So I'm guessing that's the transfer. Yeah.
I bought a lot more than usual, and I still sold out. We have animals here.
Sherry said it's ivory.
Oh, ivory. Thank you, Sherry. So this is Wise Owl's ivory. So it is a little cooler than the Antique Via, but it's still a warmer white.
Hey, we're doing this from a hotel room. We don't
I know.
We don't know what we're doing tonight.
You guys, in my workshop, I get to cheat because everything is there. I'm just hoping that I brought everything to be able to finish this project, honestly.
Everybody knows more than we do today.
Yeah.
Wendy O'Quinn Mink says yes to the deer. Chris Schmidt says deer and birds would be good for a European Stein.
Yeah.
Debbie Manchester Young, new paint color from Antique Via, Royce was asking.
Oh yeah, that's the ivory. It's ivory is the name of it.
And Amber says, is that the new transfer with the Cardinal?
Yes, this is the new transfer from ILD. It's called Christmas Valley, I believe. And I don't have any more, but there are a couple of people here on the live who said that they have some.
YouTube, Wilma Burns said she just found one from a new stockist ordered quickly yesterday.
Okay. Yeah, you guys there, because I can't even reorder. I have like 4 of you guys. I sent out 4 emails on Friday. There was a mix-up with my reorder, and they did not put my Blitz transfers in there. I'm so sick because I have people that are waiting for them. I am so sorry. If you're watching, I did send emails out letting you know what's going on. They're going to get them out to me, but there was a mix-up at the warehouse, and my Blitz molds did not make it into my order. So I'm going to go ahead. There are a couple of you who ordered other things. I'm going to get that portion of your order out, and then I'll follow up with your Blitz. But I have a couple people who only ordered the Blitz molds. So don't panic. It's coming. There was just a mix-up, of course. Of course.
Let's see.
With my order.
Sherry Benhart likes the old world Santa. Amber Demakowitz, those Cardinals are amazing. Angie Champagne, I like the Inn and Deer.
I feel like the Deer Inn is like perfect for it, right? And if I use this one, I'm thinking that I want to use this paper and then put this over the top of it.
A winner. I don't.
Winner chicken dinner. I'm thinking that that's what we're gonna do. I think that's gonna be. We're gonna honor the.
You keep talking to that camera. Nobody can see your face.
I know. I'm thinking we're gonna do this, but I can see me up there. I'm talking to the camera, but I'm also making sure I'm staying in the frame.
I know you are. I get a chuckle out of it
because I want the camera to be in the middle, and it's not. It's over here on the side. So I have a propensity to always hold everything over here.
Yes.
And I noticed in last week live in particular, I was out of the frame a lot. So I'm trying to be conscientious.
All right, Carmen says deer is perfect. Pam Knight, deer and foliage. Melanie Anderson says that would be perfect. The deer with the
and we can add some foliage for color too, so it doesn't have to. You guys know I love my neutrals, but I'll add some color. We'll go in and we can add some of the holly So we'll do the deer, right? And the red ticking. And let's see these two reds. Although my reds don't have to match. I mean, I'm not that. But there is kind of some really pretty pieces of holly. Maybe we can sprinkle that on there just to give it a little punch of color. So these, I think these would be appropriate.
Yeah, everybody's going deer. So
Yeah.
Father Christmas, you're out.
Sorry, Father Christmas. Next time.
Yes. Angie
Next
Champagne, is your shirt new? No. Shirt's
No,
actually old.
It's really old. This is one of the first set of t-shirts I made, and I bought the t-shirts at Target, and I had them screen printed, and it's not the right kind of shirt. It's too stretchy. So my screen prints are all cracking. So I won't be selling these. I do have shirts on my site though, you guys. They're just all a dark gray, like a really dark heather gray. I'm gonna clean this up just a little bit. I got paint in a couple of places. You guys, they have these at Dollar Tree, and I think I saw some at Walmart too. And they have alcohol in them. So they work really good for cleaning out paint. I know that's not what they're meant for, but you know, if you're painting like me and you get paint somewhere you don't want it, these work really, really well.
On YouTube, Linda Gibson corrected me. She saw some available on Etsy. She doesn't have them available on Etsy. She doesn't have an Etsy store. Absolutely Fab Fine says, I think my Victorian heart may still have that transfer.
Oh, very good.
Jody Holcomb Kerr says she has one Christmas Valley left and gave her link. So,
Hey, Jody.
Who's going to be the first?
That's how it is. I'm telling you.
Go get it.
This launch for IOD was, I mean, baby, you saw me. My poor husband come home from work, and I'm just like...
Hey, it only took 2 days. That living room was empty.
Yeah, I was stressing out about where I was going to put the inventory, but it was all gone. So it was moot. And the lady at the post office was giving me the side eye because I had 3 IKEA bags 2 days in a row.
It is what it is. Hey, don't be afraid to share and like.
Yes. I mean, if you guys want to share this hot mess, you can, because I know this is not one of our typical lives, but I don't know. I didn't want to miss a Sunday, so we decided, even though we're on kind of a vacay weekend. And so you guys know I like to eat when I travel, right? And so oddly enough, we found, well, we did a search for the best French toast in Tucson, Arizona. And one of the things that came up was a French restaurant. So what better place to have French toast for brunch than at a French restaurant? So we went. I do not know how to pronounce the name of the restaurant. It's G-H-I-N-I, right?
Yeah, you said Ginny.
When I looked at it, I was like, is it Ginny's?
But I don't, I mean, I took French 30, 40 years ago. I have no idea.
Maybe it's Ginny's. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's where we went for brunch this morning. Oddly enough, I did not end up ordering French toast. I cannot remember the name of the dish that I ordered, but it was really good.
Baguettes, a roasted tomato slice, and 2 eggs, easy, right?
Mm-hmm.
But there was something else that made that dish a little different.
They seasoned, I forgot, they had the seasonings on there.
Yeah.
And there was garlic, and the baguettes were so good. They were garlic too.
Okay, Beverly Skeens. Ooh.
Hey, Beverly.
Thank you.
Who's right
Says
here.
she loves that. She loves that place. We're going back.
Yeah.
That's a go back place.
And David got the French toast, and you know what? The bread was different. It had like a bite. It was really good.
It was very good. And you ate, because I didn't specify 1 slice or 2,
Yes.
so they gave me 2. And I ate maybe 1 1/4, and
Yes.
then you finished off because you didn't have. Yours
Well,
was
mine
not
wasn't
big.
a lot. It was 2 eggs, and yeah, it wasn't a lot. I mean, it was fine.
Yeah.
It was really good. Okay.
Carmen Downer, what's the white band on your arm? New jewelry.
Oh, girl, that's a band from Comic-Con.
That's
And I actually should take these off so I don't get paint on them.
Kathy all right, is it Kathy Lutti? I'm a French teacher. That word is not a French word. G-H-I-N-I. It's the name of the chef.
It's the name of the chef, so maybe it's just her name.
I don't know.
I mean, I don't know if it's pronounced differently. It looks
Maybe.
like Jenny to me.
And it may be.
Yo no sé.
What you ordered on the menu said that's what she
Oh,
would make
yeah.
with her mother.
Yes, that's what they would have growing up.
Yeah, in France.
Yes.
So.
And I'm just using Wise Owl's 1 hour enamel. I think, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I don't know what's in here because I did not mark it. You know, sometimes I do stuff and I think I'm gonna remember. Anyways, I'm pretty sure it's 1 hour enamel bow, which I love, and we'll know in a few minutes because we'll know how the transfer responds to it, whether or not it's 1 hour enamel. And just for the record, the transfers work with Wise Owl's varnish as well. I just think that the 1 hour enamel has a self-leveling quality. And I think the reason that the transfers work really well is because you get like this really smooth surface. And transfers love smooth surfaces. So I think that that is why they work so well together.
Joan Volkman on YouTube. I painted 2 vanities, one for each of my pre-teen granddaughters. Maybe create some papers with lipsticks and makeup for makeup cases or jewelry.
Oh, that's a good idea too. Perhaps.
So that's what I'm thinking is because you guys all make cool stuff,
Yeah.
but not everything is for you.
This is what I bought today. Oh, see, I keep thinking the camera was over there. Isn't this a fabulous piece? So she does graffiti art, but she also does sketch work. And this is actually a mixed media piece. So when you look up closely, there's all kinds of stuff on here in addition to, like there's texture from the paint, from paper that's underneath there. There are some gel pens on here. I can see some chalk and some ink, some metallic inks. So I like it a lot. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Okay, so I didn't want to do anything flat. I feel like I'm always decoupaging something flat, which is like super easy. So we're gonna, oh man, I better pack scissors. There's gonna be some.
Okay, Jeannie Mustaine says is pronounced. Here's where I'm confused, Jeannie. You spelled out Ghee. So I know the second part is pronounced knee, like K-N-E.
Okay. So like
So is that G or G?
Like Genie?
Genie?
That would kind of make sense. I know, Beverly, we should ask you the best places to go eat here.
Yeah, we really should. What?
I know.
We're out there experimenting and
and Beverly knows.
Beverly's the
So, you guys, I'm being kind of deliberate here, right? I'm gonna have to wrap my paper around when I'm decoupaging, and I think I can conceal the edge because there's gonna be a seam from where I my 2 edges of my paper meet up, and I don't want the seam to be like right where we're gonna put the artwork. Like that would not be okay. And I don't know if I necessarily want the seam to be back here, but maybe that would be a perfect place for it, because then I can cut around here and that would be hidden there. So let's do that. Let's have the seam meet here in the back.
Jeannie Mustaine says like the butter, like the Indian butter. That I don't know.
What butter?
The only one I know is Land O'Lakes.
The only one I know is Walmart brand.
Yeah. Melissa McCracken on YouTube. I'm new to your channel. Can you tell me? Can you tell me what 1 hour enamel is? I've never used Wise Owl.
So 1 hour enamel is an enamel-based paint. So a lot of us use chalk style paint, which we love, right? Because it adheres to almost anything. And chalk paint has like really rigid molecules that make up chalk paint. That's why it like sticks to a lot of things. The 1 hour enamel is made up of a bunch of ceramic spheres that are in an emulsion. And so it makes like this super smooth surface. 1 hour enamel in general, there's paint as well. And it's a ceramic finish, and it's a super strong finish because those spheres bond so tightly. And so the 1 hour enamel is the clear version of that paint by Wise Owl. So it's an enamel-based paint, but it's still soap and water cleanup, which is what I love. And our chalk paint is 0 VOCs. But the 1 hour enamel is still low VOC. So you guys see me working inside a lot, but I never have to worry about like smells or odors or anything. So it's a clear coat. It's one of my favorites. I think I'm gonna trim this paper. I can tell where I'm gonna need to cut it off. So I'm gonna go ahead and trim it so I don't have to fight with this whole piece the whole time.
All right, Jeannie Mustaine, she's got it, I think is, for a dummy like me, I think she's got it. Gaini.
Oh,
Gaini.
Gaini. Really?
Guheekne.
Or Juini.
She's doing it phonetically, so.
It could be still be
Yeah.
Juini.
Lori Stanley Henderson, I appreciate you thinking out loud. It helps when I look at my projects.
Yeah, because you know, because y'all know we're always breaking the rules when we're working, so we have to figure it out. So I'm going to overlap just a little bit, and I'll come back and contend with that seam when we're done. Because I feel like, and as a side note, I cut this edge, right? Oh, let me put it over here. And y'all know it's not straight because I cut it. So I'm going to use the straight edge to align on the bottom so that I can make sure that my paper doesn't end up being whopper jawed around the side.
All right, Jeannie says we got it. There you go. I think that's her way of saying I'm done.
30 minutes later.
Yeah,
13 minutes
I'm
later.
done with this.
I want to check and make sure this is actually a cylinder and not like, have you guys ever done a lampshade? Like even the barrel shades that look like they're the same on the top and bottom, they are not. And if you've ever done a lampshade, you know what I'm talking about. And so this one looks like it's a cylinder and at the top and the bottom are the same, circumference. But I just want to make sure really quick before I start decoupaging.
And Melissa McCracken asks, is Wise Owl food safe?
I
don't think any paint is. You have to get the right sealer.
I was going to say, as long as you seal it with the correct sealer, it's food safe. I know that the Wise Owl, they have furniture salves that they use to seal the paint. And there's one that's just clear. It doesn't have any scent in it. And I do know that salve is safe. So I'm going to say if you seal it with something that's food safe, then yes. Should I take it? I'm going to overcut this. So I think I need to cut it right here. So I'm actually going to overcut it a little bit more. I'm going to give myself a little room for error, you guys. Okay. And I'm getting rid of as much paper as possible so I don't have to fight with a whole bunch of paper while I'm working.
Well, we got a few people just kind of jumping on right now. Sandy Holtzmuller, front room on the 7th, Stella Anderson.
I know we look a little different tonight, you guys, because we're in the motel room. We're losing sunlight, too. Is the light still okay? Because we can move that a little closer.
No, your boobs are perfect.
Oh, David.
Hey, everyone on there that's watching can appreciate the fact that I like your boobs.
Okay, that's enough boob talk, though. Mr. Bell.
I disagree. I think... Oh, how about this story? Laura Velasco. One time I bought a similar container at a thrift store. The lid was taped shut. Then when I got home and opened it, someone's ashes were inside.
Stop it. Oh, I hate when they seal stuff shut at the store. I really do. I'm really less likely to buy something if it's taped shut. And you just made me even feel even stronger about that.
Felicia Brown. He's right. They look good.
You just misbehave all the time.
Hey, what can I say? I love my wife.
I do appreciate the fact that you love your wife. Okay, you guys see me twisting and turning. I'm trying to find the right angle to start. So I have my saran wrap here. I'm going to use saran wrap to smooth it and not the spatula. One, because I forgot to pack it. But two, because we have the ridges, right? It's not flat. So this is going to help me to flatten the decoupage paper out, even though we're not decoupaging on something that's completely flat. And so I'm hoping you guys can see. I just have my little Dollar Tree, actually $1.25 tree bowls now. You guys can see you can tell how I feel about that, right? $1.25. I guess they've been a Dollar Tree for a long time.
Dana McLean, should that be one of Royce's new t-shirts? She's always looking for new slogans. That's enough boob talk.
I know, right, Dana? My shirt to say my what the shirt I wore today said, I'm happiest when there's junk in my trunk.
Not today. That was yesterday.
Was that yesterday's?
Yeah, you're wearing this one today.
Oh yeah, that's right. Oh, I was gonna wear that one today, and I found the copper one. I had packed it. No, yesterday I just wore my regular recycled one, the women's one, which is actually my favorite one because it's soft and it's a V-neck.
It was fun seeing people when we were chatting with folks, because we were chatting with people we know, people we don't know, meeting for the first time, and they're like, "Well, what's the name of your thing?" And you just go, "What? Right here."
Yeah, it's on my shirt.
What?
I know. We went to the thrift store, and you guys, you know, I don't know if David or I know a stranger. Like, we meet people. He says I engage people, but I think people often engage me.
This lady went right at you.
Okay.
She did. Because you were looking at something.
Oh, yeah, that she wanted to buy. I'm just like her.
It was the
trunk.
The trunk.
I'm just like her. Don't you guys like go to the store sometimes and like you have too much stuff and you shouldn't buy something, and you'll see somebody else looking at the thing you want to buy and you're like encouraging them to buy it because somehow it's just as satisfying if they buy it as it is if you buy it. So I understood exactly what she was doing. She saw the potential of that piece.
Ooh. Pamela McDowell and Belinda Ruth. They both call the Dollar Tree the 5-quarter store now.
The 5. Ooh, I like that. I like that. That's what they should have thought of, the 5-quarter store.
Lori Scott, happy watching you do this on a 3D object, so she'll understand how to do it.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. See, I told David I didn't want to buy anything flat because we walk in the store, and of course, you guys know when you walk in the thrift store, you have to look at the furniture. Like it's a rule.
Well, we weren't doing furniture today, but you found some flat wood items, but...
I did, but I really didn't want to do something flat. I wanted to do something.
Yeah.
Because there's so many options for decoupage, and I just, like, I think that sometimes people think I talk about decoupage a lot because I have a decoupage product. But the reality is I ended up making a decoupage product because I love decoupage so much. Because you can transform a piece, like, so immediately. With paper.
Angie Champagne, $1-ish store.
About $1. And then they have the bougie aisle where you can get stuff for $3 to $5. That's what we call it, the bougie aisle.
That's right. We saw one this week at the Comic-Con. There's a young lady who does it, as she said, as a hobby.
You know what? I need to spray this paper.
And there was one that stood out to me. She never used the word decoupage, but that's obviously what she was doing.
What she was doing, yes.
She decoupaged a rolling pin.
Yes, there was a rolling pin, there was a tray, there was a bodice, like a mannequin in her booth that she had decoupaged.
Oh, I didn't see the bodice. The one, now it was Vampirella, so speaking of boobs, it caught my eye. But what caught my eye was she did it on the rolling pin, and I was like, that's really cool.
Yeah.
So
and you
I
guys,
actually took a photo of that one.
Of that booth?
Yeah, of that piece.
So you guys, I sprayed my paper. Speaking of that young lady, we were talking, and she was saying that she wets her paper first. So when we're decoupaging and the paper wrinkles, what's happening is the paper is stretching, and that's what causes the wrinkles. So if you can... be light-handed enough, you can mist your paper and then decoupage it, and you won't have any wrinkles because when you mist it, it's going to stretch. And so when you go to lay the paper down, there's no stretching because it's already stretched out.
That's right, yeah, she did mention it. It was the first thing she said, was I wet my paper.
That she wets her paper. And then I started explaining the science of it. She was just looking at me. I am such a nerd. Like, I have to know why. Like, why does stuff work? I am not okay with just, this is what we do. Well, why? Well, why does it work like that? And so that is why misting your paper first works so well.
All right, so a couple of things. Maria Picardi, Kenyon, when will your announcement be made?
Oh, so those of you who are Roycycled insiders, the information you received is still top secret. So don't tell anybody, okay? Um, it will be Friday. So this Friday at noon, I will be making the official announcement.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah, distribution was a little bit more complicated than I had anticipated. And so we are not quite ready. But I'm scheduled to make the announcement on Friday at noon. And I'm still super excited about it. I was kind of bummed that we didn't get to do it, but I think it's okay. It's still gonna be good. It's just, you know.
Carmen Dahmer. So, Royce, do you like decoupage?
You know what's funny is I can totally hear Carmen say that. So Royce, do you like decoupage?
Wendy Dodd, I love the new swag. Lori Scott, so does water help with the wrinkles? I think you explained
Yes.
that. Let's see. Country Estate Antiques and Collectibles. I'm so addicted to decoupaging my painted furniture. Wendy Dodd, I'm also a Y person. So what is your sign, Royce?
So I'm an Aquarius. People think I'm smart. I just tell them that I'm super nosy. My mom says that I learned how to read before kindergarten because I was insistent that I needed to know what was in those books. Like, it just really bugged me that I didn't know what those books said. And I'm doing this crooked. It's going to cause a problem in the end. Yeah. So I'm going to attempt to straighten this out without, like...
Lisa Vancil asks noon Central.
Noon Pacific Standard Time. So that I believe that's 1 o'clock. I know. It's okay. I think that starting it dry and then wetting it, I cause problems for myself. But you guys see? I do it too. It's not just you guys. But that tear, the paper is so thin that the tears really are super easy to address.
Felicia Brown.
But the tear is because that part's adhered crooked.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to be able to straighten that out.
Felicia Brown, I decoupaged a curved surface today. Forgot to mist my surface. Good.
Yeah. See, I think I started off dry, and so when I misted it, the paper stretched, and it changed how it's laying on there. So this side is going to be the back side, y'all. And I'm going to hope that I can make a correction and that the other side will be purty. I mean, both sides will be purty, but y'all know what I'm trying to say.
Carmen Dahmer, a long time ago, we used to decoupage on walls. It was called wallpapering. You couldn't ever get it off.
You couldn't ever get it off?
That's tough to get wallpaper off.
It is. You have to use the little steamer thingy, and I removed wallpaper before. And, you know, they have the little thing so you can score the paper so that when you steam it, that the steam gets under the paper. But then when you're pulling your paper off, it doesn't come off in whole sheets because you scored it. It's a hot mess. And I know wallpaper is making a comeback, but I don't know. I think if you've ever removed wallpaper before, you're scared to do wallpaper.
Dana McLean, embrace the wrinkles and tears. Lori Scott, tears are where you put the transfer.
And I think part of, you guys remember earlier when I was saying I wanted to make sure that it was actually a cylinder and that it wasn't thinner at the top? I think it's thinner at the top is what's happening too.
I think it is. It appears that way.
And so I've been trying to line it up on this bottom, and I think that I'm going to cut. So my seamstresses are in here will know what I'm getting ready to do. I'm getting ready to make a dart on the top of this to help me.
Jeannie Mustaine, wallpaper is evil.
It's the devil. I've watched way too much Adam Sandler because I always do that. It's the devil. Not the devil, but the devil.
Mary Sharkey, I'll never use wallpaper again. Stenciling gives the same effect, and you can paint over it if you get tired of it.
Yeah. You guys ever watch Trading Places? You know, remember back in the day on, was it Life? It was before HDTV, and they had a show called Trading Spaces, and neighbors would swap houses, and they would decorate each other's houses. And there was one designer on there. Her name was Hildy. She used to drive me absolutely crazy because she would do stuff to people's houses. I'm like, I bet you her house is white. All white. And it would be stuff that just wasn't practical. Like this one couple, she stapled flowers all over the wall in their bathroom. Like, it's a bathroom. And you're putting silk flowers on the walls. How is it? How are they going to clean that bathroom? And then how are they going to get that mess off there? I was so mad. So I always think about the practicality of something when I'm doing it. Like, how is this going to be used? Can it be maintained? You know, because like we all live like real people. And so when you're making something, I always think about that. And so that's why I'm always hesitant. I experiment, but like I'm just recently jumping on the decoupaging fabric bandwagon because I had to see a way to do it that would be sustainable and functional. And I think I'm gonna just put a transfer right there because that tear is pretty bad.
Zoe Panette, to remove wallpaper, spray with simple green until wet, go for dinner. It'll be laying on the floor when you get home.
That's my kind of wallpaper remover right there.
Okay, Angie Champagne, crazy show. Anna Pierce on TLC, remember she put hay on the walls.
Yes.
Pamela Culpa-Dare, remember the time they put moss on a bedroom wall.
Yes. I know it drove you guys crazy too. Tell me I'm not alone.
G.D. Mustaine, she was great.
And like, if I would have signed up for that show and they would have told me I'm getting Hildy, I'd be like, I'm out. I'm not doing it.
Sherry Force Cunningham, I saw the flower bathroom episode. I was like, why?
Why? Now, who I did like, my favorite was Vern. Vern was very good, and he was always very practical.
Melissa McCracken, is this one of the decoupage papers in your line? I've seen
is.
Ginger Chick Rehab use a few of your papers.
Yes, this is one of them. This is the red ticking, is this one. Although I will tell you what, if you guys choose to decoupage, what is this called again? I often say growler, and I know that's not the right word.
Mustang.
Thank you. I knew it was the right word. Maybe don't pick like a ticking because this is very linear, and so it's going to be very obvious that I didn't do a good job. I mean, not that I didn't do a good job, but I didn't account for the fact that it was smaller at the top. I thought it was going to be like a cylinder.
Let's see. Roseanne Incurvea Royce. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. I saw one where you could tell the neighbor disliked it because she cried. Shocked they televised it. It was not a happy cry.
No. I mean,
What's the way it should be?
Yeah, you want to show the unsuccessful and the successful.
That's that restaurant rescue or whatever.
Yeah.
They did one in our town.
Yes, they did. That was with, what's his name, the mean chef.
No. He's the nice chef, the English guy.
He's mean. Have you seen his Hell's Kitchen show?
No, that's a different guy.
Oh.
That's a different. Not him.
Oh.
It was with a different guy. He used to be in the military, English military, and no, that's where they go in and he looks at a restaurant. And,
I understand, baby, but it's the same chef.
It is not the same chef as the one you're thinking of.
Okay.
Because the one you're thinking of, we've seen him when he's alone, and he's really nice.
Yes.
Yeah, when he's just giving recipes and stuff.
No, he does.
He's bald. He doesn't have hair. The guy that did the rescue show.
Okay.
So, yeah, I want to see the ones where they fail.
There's been some. I mean, it was an Italian restaurant, and the wife cried because she didn't like it.
Yeah, that's what Robert Irvine. Thank you, Jeannie Mustaine. I appreciate it.
Yeah, Robert Irvine.
No, he's not mean.
Who's the one that does Hell's Kitchen? You guys help me out.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
So I wish if I had my second camera, I would zoom you guys in right now. So I am snipping around this handle right here so that I can lay the paper down flat. And I'm snipping as closely as possible. And what I'll do is let this dry, and then I'll go in and really cut close when I have more control over what the paper's gonna do. But I'm gonna just snip it so it's out of our way.
Not Gordon Ramsay. Thank you, Felicia
Oh,
Brown.
okay.
On YouTube, yes. Gordon Ramsay is the mean one.
Is he the mean one?
Robert Irvine is.
Why he gotta yell at them people like that?
I don't know.
That's just not. That is not acceptable behavior.
It really isn't. Lisa Vansil. I like the chubby guy who wore vests. Tended to put a small signed piece in the makeover.
Oh, we'll use this side, y'all. This side looks good.
Tammy
Trying to
John.
get in the light. Oh yeah.
Tammy Johnson, crafting in a hotel room. It's a must for me, always pack supplies. I've been known to grab one of the lobby books to use some old book page once or twice.
Oh, to use like if you're doing like an art journal or a junk journal, that's a good idea.
Kim Moore Hardin, I wallpapered my kitchen in the 70s. The next morning when I went to the kitchen, the wallpaper was on the floor, all of it.
No, that is so much work. I would have cried.
Yeah, everybody's saying Gordon Ramsay's the mean one.
Okay.
Robert Irvine's the nice one, yes.
Oh yeah, Robert Irvine. You should have said the one with the muscles, baby.
Oh, yeah, well, I didn't think about that. He was in our town. He was,
Yes.
I sent a couple of reporters over, and they talked to him. I didn't do that one, because I just don't.
Did I forget sandpaper?
Yeah.
OMG. I bet you I have some. I brought my couch, I have a little thing that I have by the couch. So I did bring that one. I think I do have a sanding block in this one.
Carmen Daumer, Tammy and I will be in Arizona in a couple of weeks. Yes, we'll be crafting in a hotel room.
Oh my goodness. I know, Carmen, you better call me when you get here, because I believe they're going to be in Wilcox. I will come to Wilcox.
Oh, heck yeah.
Yeah.
We like Wilcox anyway.
I know.
Melissa, Misanthropic asks on YouTube, where do I get the papers? So anybody, please put a link if you're a retailer to your shop, but that was a question on YouTube. So Misanthropic, go to roycycle.com. Is it Roycycle or Roycycle Treasures?
It's roycycle.com.
Roycycle.com, and on the menu you can find retailer.
Yeah, we have a network of retailers who carry my paper, and if you don't have anyone near you, like 95% of the people on that list do ship. So you can probably find the one closest to you, and they'll take care of you. Oh, I found a little piece. You guys should see me. Oh,
Grace Paints
I'm gonna
Nevada.
try this a little bit.
We have all the papers here. Yeah, if you say the name of your shop, I'll say it out loud for those watching on YouTube.
For those watching on YouTube. Good idea, baby.
So,
good job.
So Grace Paints Nevada is one place where you can get Royce's papers.
So if you guys are wondering what I'm doing, see how I left this overhang on the top here? I didn't want to cut it perfect. So I'm drying it so that I can sand it off, because I'm going to have a more of a crisp line if I do it when the paper is dry versus if I do it while the paper is wet.
We have hollowcrafts.com in Iowa. So just trying to help Misanthropic.
Yes.
Felicia Brown on YouTube. This is so encouraging. Good to know we all have to work through decoupaging challenges.
Oh yes, girl. And you know what? Yeah. I always feel like crafting, especially the kind of crafting that we do, is like 50% problem solving, right? Because we're buying thrifted items and we're trying to do stuff to them that we're not meant to be done. So a lot of times when we're trying to figure something out, like the problem solving portion of it is the biggest part of it. And I think that's why we get so much joy out of it, because if you can get it done and make something fabulous, like that means that you were successful with all of your problem solving.
Janine Wilson on Facebook says Grace Paints Nevada has fast shipping too. So here's a difference between Royce and myself. So when Royce receives something, which is 99 times out of 100 work related,
yes,
you know, it's for the business.
It's crafts though, so
Yeah.
I'm just as excited.
Yeah, she has to open it up right away,
Oh yes.
and I'll let stuff sit in a box for a week or two.
I know, don't you guys have to open your stuff? He'll just let it sit there. And I'm like, don't you want to open your package? And you guys know what happens, right? I open it. And again, I'm nosy. I want to know what's in that package.
Trisha Garrett is watching. I am going to go see Trisha on Tuesday.
Hey, Trisha Garrett.
Go
Gila Valley.
Gila Valley Made do a story. They got something cooking.
Oh, what you got cooking, Trisha? She didn't tell me.
I think it's just anniversary celebration.
Oh yeah, I saw the memory come up on my Facebook. Oh no, she did tell me. I lied. Not on purpose though. Okay.
Angie Champagne, what? Only bills sit that long.
Right?
No, I can let stuff go for a month or more.
He'll have stuff in boxes, y'all. He don't care.
But see, then when I open it, it's a surprise. It's like I got a present.
No, it's a surprise when you get it, even though
No,
you pay
because
for
I
it.
know what I bought, but in 2-3 weeks I forget.
I guess that's the difference between you and I. Sometimes I don't remember what I bought.
Let's see. Holly Pole. I don't enjoy problem solving. Jeannie Mustaine. Crafting is perfectly imperfect. That's the fun of it.
It is.
Carmen Dowmer. I have to immediately open it, unpack it, take it out of the package, and organize it where it goes.
I was gonna say yes. See, Carmen's gonna have to organize it. No, Carmen, I'm not organizing it.
Tammy Maloney. I would have to open it too. So. Barbara Garrels, pecanporchboutique.com. Fast shipping, great selection. So that's to our YouTube viewers. Deborah Allen on YouTube. Even if I know what's in the package, I have to open it.
Yup. I'm with you, Deborah.
I'm cool.
I forgot my X-Acto knife, you guys, so I am trying to use my scissors. So this is not an exact science over here.
You want to use my pen knife?
Maybe.
So,
yeah, that actually might be easier to get in tight spaces.
That's what I'm thinking. I mean, but you got the keys on it too.
Thank you, darling.
Mm-hmm.
You said you need to sharpen this knife.
I do, very badly.
This is still, at least it's a straight edge.
Yeah. Jeannie Mustaine, I open right away. I'm always excited. My husband lets it stay unopened indefinitely.
See?
So I end up opening it. Yeah, it's no big deal. It's there. If it's something I need today, I'll open it.
It's there. What does it? No. I need to see it. I think it's
Not
my
sharp
thing.
enough?
No, it's not sharp enough.
Yeah,
Thank you, though.
They need to. There's so much glue and gunk on that. I need to clean that.
And I just didn't pack mine. If you guys were in your own workshops, you would be using your X-Acto knives for this process. So it would be a lot purtier than me and my scissors doing this wonderfully horrible hack job over here. But I still think it'll be okay. By the time I lay everything down with some more of my clear coat, I'm going to go ahead and seal all of this with the clear coat and dry it, and then we can start playing with the fun part, which is the transfers. I mean, it's all the fun part, but you know. Oh, okay, I did that on purpose.
Here, why don't you give me my keys? I'll give them right away when you're done. There you go.
Thank you, baby.
I got it.
Thank you very much. I think that is going to lay right there. Okay. See? Don't look right there. Like somebody said, we'll just put a transfer right there. But I think this side is actually either side, because we can do this side or this side. Even though this side has like a little bitty tear right there and there, I honestly don't mind. And the thing about this paper is it's not just lines on a paper. It actually has texture just like fabric. So it looks like it's fabric.
Pamela Culpladere, would you use the waterline method?
To cut that, I could have, Pamela. That probably would have been better. I was trying to get a straight line though. Usually with the water line, I get a deckled edge. And I was thinking that a straight line would be better, but you're probably right. The waterline method would have been better.
Dorothy Lage, I open everything right away. Barbara Garrels, I have to open my boxes as soon as I'm in the door with it. Joyce Phillips Peterson likes the color of your shirt.
Oh, thank you.
Michelle Monroe Allen, I packed all my supplies and forgot my recycled papers on vacation. I was so bummed. Joan Volkman, I would want to open deliveries right away to make sure it didn't get damaged in transport.
That's true too.
Stop with the logic.
Stop with the logic. We don't need that kind of negativity over here. Yeah. I'm so kidding.
Holly Pole said the same thing. You need to open it right away to make sure it's okay and the correct thing, which
That's
these days is true. So, Uh, Felicia Brown, you're showing us we don't need a lot of tools to create something beautiful.
No.
But how I love my tools.
I do love my tools. I have to tell you. I love being at my workstation because I have everything there. So even when we did a live like in the kitchen that one time because we had Damar, I still felt like, you know, I was missing my stuff. Oh, you guys, this is just bad. I got wrinkles all over the place. We're going to just say that this was a really, really old chingadier. And it is thinner at the top. I should have accounted for that. Damn it. Dang it all to Hades. First world problems.
Wendy Dodd. No, Royce does not retail this shirt. This was one of her experimental shirts to find out if she could do shirts.
Yes.
And it turns out this fabric does not work, and she hasn't been able to find this color in the right fabric.
No. Hi, Wendy. And honestly, I'm going to be honest with you guys. Logistically, having multiple colors, it would just be a nightmare for me. I am not large enough to have that many different choices. Just being able to have enough sizes or have the right sizes can be a challenge sometimes. Because I feel like if I order a bunch of extra large, I get a bunch of orders for like larges and mediums. Then I'll order a bunch of larges and mediums, and then I'll get a bunch of orders for like extra large and 2X. So, and then when you take into account different colors, then that just makes it even more complicated. I think if I was large enough and I was selling like, you know, a bunch of shirts, it would make sense for me, but it just doesn't. That's why we just have the one color.
Let's see.
Why the ugliest side has to be the front side where I didn't plan on putting anything? I'm gonna find something to put on there though.
Oh, Lisa Vansell, I've ordered recycled, had it delivered to my hotel. One time I didn't get my Royce items.
Oh, you didn't get it at the hotel? Oh, that's weird. I think, Lisa, your prize that I sent you, there was something wrong with the address. And I still have it, by the way, Lisa. It's on my thing in the mail room. I've just had so many orders, I haven't gotten it back out yet. I'm going to dry this. So, you guys, when you're layering like your transfers over the top of your decoupage, super, super important to make sure that your paper is completely dry before you start your transfers. This one's going to be fairly easy because I'm doing metal. So the metal is not going to absorb any moisture, right? It's a closed surface. So when this feels dry, I can be confident that it's dry. But if you're working on wood, sometimes the wood can absorb moisture. And even though it feels like it's dry, there may still be moisture trapped underneath there. So generally, if there's still moisture in the wood, your surface will feel cool. But if you're putting down a transfer and you go to pick it up and it's not adhering because of moisture, just lay it down and walk away and just come back like the next day or a few hours later, and you should be able to transfer that successfully. So you don't have to, if you make the mistake of starting a transfer while your surface is still wet, you can still recover from that. Just leave it sitting there and come back later. And what will happen is as the water dissipates or the moisture dissipates, your project will adhere.
Lori Scott, do you sell the iron-on so that we could add it to any shirt?
No. That's a good idea, though. No, because I could have transfers made. And I mean, because now, you know, isn't technology crazy, you guys? Like, they make, like, transfers, basically. It's, basically, they're taking the same stuff that they would use for, like, ¿cómo se dice? A screen silk, and they can actually like print them out, and so you just iron them on. But it's not like the old school iron-ons. It's actually like the same stuff. I don't know, it's pretty cool.
Marlene Mack says, what is the bracelet you have on?
Oh, girl, this is my Comic-Con bracelet to get in. We had a weekend pass, so we wore ours all weekend. We went to the Tucson Comic-Con comic convention this weekend. This is David's weekend, you guys. I'm just the plus one.
So that's why we're decoupaging in the hotel room.
Well, no, that was well, the rest of the weekend is your weekend. Except for this part. It was either decoupage in the hotel room or drive home this
Or drive
morning.
home, yeah. And I'm
Yeah.
glad we didn't drive home. So, let's see.
Can I show you guys what I bought? What else I bought while this is drying? Where's my wreath? Will you have your... Oh,
Yeah,
I'll get it.
yeah.
It'll be easier for me to get it than
Oh,
for you.
okay.
But...
Melissa McCracken, do you have a place in Alabama that sells paper?
I be honest with you, I do not remember all my retailers. We have over 200. But if you go on the list of retailers on my website, they are organized by states. So you can look and you can see. I want to show you guys what I bought today because I'm so happy. So I bought the painting. And what else did I buy, baby? I bought food, of course. But these are the two things. I showed my painting.
Yeah.
And I bought this. Oh yeah, and I got some henna. That's the other thing. You guys probably can't see it, huh? I got like a little henna tattoo on my arm. But I'm gonna show you guys this. Isn't it fabulous? It has mushrooms and pine cones and ferns. Like, is this not just me for real, for real? So I'm all excited to put this up. And I'm gonna tell you guys the truth. I looked at them yesterday and I was like, I could probably make that. But then I started pricing out all the pieces and I just decided it'd be easier for me to just buy it. So I'm super happy about that. Those little mushrooms are so stinking cute. So I don't know where I'm gonna put it, but I'm gonna put it somewhere in my living room. I don't want to put it outside on the door, I don't think.
Let's see. Pamela Culpadere, Love Iron-Ons. Tammy Valoni, my daughter does sublimation, which is what that's called.
Well, the sublimation is different though. So the sublimation you do on polyester, and sublimation got so. You remember when I first started, my first set of T-shirts that I mass produced, they were like 70-30 polyester blend, and they were actually less expensive because they had so much polyester. Well, the sublimation got so popular that the polyester shirts now are the ones that are more expensive than the cotton. The sublimation is really nice though because unlike the silk print, where you're putting something over the top of the fiber, so over time, you know, it fades or whatever, but the sublimation, you're literally like melting it into the polyester of the shirt. So that's what Tina does. So Tina did my aprons.
Yes.
Those are sublimated, yeah.
Sherry Spade Benhart, that would make a great digital download for evergreen income. Making it available.
You sound like you've been in a business group now, Sherry.
Michelle Monroe Allen, no you didn't, Comic-Con, wow. Yeah, Michelle, I organize a convention, so.
Oh, David loves comics. So yesterday we walked around, talked to people, took pictures. We made it through the whole con almost. We really didn't make it through like the cosplay section.
No, we didn't.
But we made it through the whole floor. And today we just went back so David could actually look through comic boxes and buy comics because he really does enjoy the comics. I like the cosplay and the artists is my favorite part. And just the creative portions of the show. People just think of the like awesomest stuff.
Marlene Mack was worried it was a hospital bracelet.
Oh, no. I'm going to take it off. Maybe. I think we should wait till after we go to dinner. There might be somebody offering a special for you. Would think if I had a restaurant, I'd be offering specials to people who went to the Comic-Con to get people in my door.
And Marlene Mack says, looks like your window with the decoupage on it.
It looks like my window with the decoupage.
I'm not sure.
You don't say?
Michelle Monroe Allen, my husband would die. I'm guessing he likes comics too.
Oh, yeah. And I don't know if we'll go to Phoenix this year. Is it going to be in November?
No, it's already come and gone.
Oh, it's already coming on. So I guess we're not going to go to Phoenix this year.
We actually talked about it and decided not to.
Phoenix has gotten really big.
Too big.
Yeah.
It really has.
And because we did not make it through the whole thing the last time we went.
No, we didn't.
Not even like close to the whole thing.
Michelle Allen, where are you located? What state? I don't need your address. We don't want people knocking on your door, but.
I gotta clean that up later.
So.
I got a little paper on the bottom right there.
Marlene Mack, did you watch Big Bang Theory? Yes, I did.
Oh yes, we've watched it twice.
And I will say, I'll probably go back the third time too. But that 70s show is now on Peacock, so that's going to be my next one.
Oh
after.
My gosh, that 70s show.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, you guys, this is such a, I mean, I did an awful job. It's just terrible. But it's done. And even though I did an awful job, you see that big old hole right there and big old wrinkles right there? We're going to just cover that up with something pretty. And then this side, we have a couple of tears. But I think this side is the prettiest side. So we're going to focus on this side. But we can still cover up those other mistakes with some transfers.
All right, Michelle Monroe Allen is in Kansas. Well, then here's what you do. You plan a trip to Arizona for the weekend of March 31st to April 1st. And your husband can come to the convention I organized, and you'll be there, and you can talk to Royce.
He's got it all figured out.
Corey Christensen, I went to Comic-Con in San Diego 2011.
Oh my gosh,
It was an
that's
experience.
huge.
I have not been to San Diego since 2005. I think was the last time I took the boys.
And you actually won the lottery this year, didn't you? For San Diego?
Yeah, I could have bought tickets, but we chose not to.
Yeah.
So
Isn't that crazy? You actually have to enter a lottery to have a chance to buy tickets for San
well,
Diego.
it's San Diego's gotten insane.
I know.
It really has, and I'm like, it'd be fun to go back, but.
So because we're doing like letters and there's a lot of space in between here, I'm thinking that we'll do the pretty side with this. I'm gonna have to take off the little squiggly mark on the top too because it's a little taller than I thought it was gonna be. So we'll just take this off.
I will say let's Marlene Mack.
And I'll save that little bit for something else.
Big Bang Theory was really pretty good on comics. The writers knew more than the average Hollywood writer
Okay.
about comics. Wild Nature Farm on YouTube says hello from Alberta.
Hello.
We'll have to see you next year sometime. We're coming up to Canada.
So you guys, I'm trying to figure out where I'm gonna place this, right? The thing I love about the grid lines is that I can use them. This deer is a little bit too tall for my piece, but because I have the grid lines, I know exactly where to cut it to trim it. And that's actually gonna help me with placement too, because I'm gonna cut a straight line.
I would like to go back to Chicago Comic-Con. Not so much for the convention. I guess now, what's it called? C2E2, I think is what it's called.
I'll move this right here. I'm gonna be upside down, you guys, but I can't do this upside down, so.
Well,
I'm
that's
gonna have to
mainly
put
just
you
because I
guys
want to go back to
upside
Chicago and see friends.
Yeah, to Chicago.
So if I could do like a double, go to a convention and see Terry and Jimmy and Tim,
That would be really
that
cool.
would be very cool.
I'm gonna trim a little bit more off because my letters are a little bit too close to the top.
Shannon Booth, holes and tears are an invite for grunging it up.
I know, that's what I'm thinking. I'm probably gonna go over and glaze it and make it look like it's supposed to look old on purpose. So I'm trying to center it on the side. So I think I'm gonna put it right here. And the cool thing about the transfers is once you remove the white backing off of there, all you have left is just the art, right? And so I can layer this right over the top of my paper. And I can put some flowers in this too. I think that would be pretty.
Joan Volkman on YouTube. I've gone to craft shows where I didn't buy something thinking I could make it myself. But then I never do.
Yes.
Then I regret not buying it. Now I just buy it and support another crafter.
Yes. Exactly. Because I walked to her booth. It was so cute. I just loved it yesterday. And I legitimately thought about that damn wreath last night. So that's why I told her. I thought about this wreath last night, so I'm going to buy it today.
Lisa Vansell, you could do an old flower sifter like that and plant real succulents.
Ooh, that would be cool. You guys, I don't know if you guys saw my typewriter succulents. I think half of them didn't make it. I'm sad to say, but half of them did, and so I'll just keep watering them, and they'll all spread out eventually. One thing I will say when you're decoupaging a round surface like this, it probably been smart of me to clip. Well, I think it's doing pretty good. I'm just gonna focus on doing one side and then the other side, so that I can let this side release, so that I can lay it flat on the other side. So I'm gonna finish this side first. So I'm guessing that's 1-hour enamel in the bottle because this transfer is popping on here pretty easily. I mean 1-hour enamel. What did I say? I think it's 1-hour enamel on my sport bottle.
Susan Gully says get faux. I think rather than your real succulents.
Oh. I really do like succulents, and I learned something really cool. I was watching a TikTok, and they were taking their succulents and dunking them in like a whole bucket of water, like submerging them. And they showed how the bubbles form around the succulents as if like they're absorbing the water, the actual tops of the succulents. And then when you pull it out, she showed that her succulent was like plumper and it looked healthier. So I tried it, and guess what? It worked.
Well, Wild Nature Farm on YouTube says you watered them too much if you killed them.
Well, these ones, I transplanted them to like a typewriter. So I think they were shocked. They're probably in shock. Sorry.
Lisa Vansell, I love the sound when a transfer releases.
Right? That popping noise. I know exactly what she's talking about. And so I always like to take my backing paper and just go over my transfer and make sure that it's, especially when they pop off, that it's actually adhered to the surface. Because sometimes they can release from the paper and not be fully adhered. So I like to just go and make sure that everything is made really good contact with my surface. And so I think that that was kind of perfect. What do you guys think? Can you see that? My light's all weird now because we lost our daylight.
We don't have daylight.
Yeah.
We're at an hour 20.
Are we at an hour 20? I guess that's all we have time for then. But I think that that's like perfect artwork for this. But I think I can put like, I'm thinking something Christmassy in there. And that would be a really cool piece. I'm liking it. I like it a lot. So, I think it was Cheryl. I can't remember who asked me. Somebody asked me last week if I would do a project using one of the transfers from the new Christmas Village transfer. So this is one project. And the cool thing about the transfers are that even though like this one came with the full set, right? There's more lettering that goes to it. You guys can cut it up and use it however you want. I mean, I could have taken these words and used them with a completely different deer if I wanted. But, and I think I'm going to leave the pewter. I kind of like that.
Holly Pohl, I've not used transfers before. Do you need to seal the surface?
What, after you do them? It really depends on how you're going to use them. So I like to seal the surface before using my transfers. Here, I'm going to go ahead and put you guys up because I'm done. Oh, Lord. Maybe. We'll see. Because I think I'm done. We're done crafting for the night. But I like to seal my surface before I apply my transfers. I think it makes the transfers lie down a lot easier. They really do prefer nice, smooth surfaces. And so it makes them lie down easier so that you don't have to burnish as much if you seal first. And whether or not you seal over your transfer really depends. Like if I were going to take this down to the shop where I have my booth at Gila Valley Made, I would seal it first because I'm going to sell it to somebody else. But if I'm going to put this in my living room, I'm not going to seal it because it's not like I'm going to be like washing this or anything. So it really depends on how you're going to use your project. If you're doing furniture, you definitely want to use a quality sealer over the top of your transfers. So I know I never give you guys a simple answer. I know, I'm sorry. But so it all depends on how you're using it and what you plan to do with the item that you've adhered the transfer to, whether or not you want to seal afterwards. And I think I'm going to go over that with some glaze to grunge that up. I like that idea.
Susan Gully says, pop while I'm the big wrinkle and rework. Which I couldn't agree with more. Kathleen O'Brien Hoovis says, you made that look easy. I panic on curved surfaces.
Oh, well, because with the transfers, like seriously, you want to like focus on the middle of your transfer and get it adhered and just to do one side and let that adhere. And then when that side releases, it makes the other side easier. I couldn't really snip it because the artwork was on the top and the bottom. So I couldn't really do that. But sometimes you can like cut little snips into it and that'll also help it form around the curved surface as well.
And Marlene Mack, that's an IOD transfer.
Yes, this is from the Iron Orchid Designs new Christmas Village transfer, which has 8 pages of Christmas yumminess in it. All kinds of stuff. It even has like the truck in there. So there's animals, there's holly, there's topography, all things Christmas in this transfer. And I do not have this one in stock anymore, but other retailers do. So these are all the images that come on this transfer. It's like seriously chock full of all the Christmas stuff. And this, what do you call this red bird, baby?
Cardinal?
A cardinal is absolutely fabulous. I'll probably use it last because I love it so much.
Susan Gully says, sorry. You don't have to say sorry. We understand when you're like typing something in fast.
You do not believe when I send emails from my phone, you know, what I've sent before. And then the figgy pudding is the other one. It's smaller. It's a lot smaller than the other transfer. And it also has a lot of really cute Christmas images for Christmas projects. And this one was from last year, but we received our holiday so late last year that a lot of stockists still have the figgy pudding in stock. And another one from last year is the, what was it called? Oh, the Merry and Bright decor stamp. And it has a ton of small, let me show you guys the picture, a ton of small stamps in it. These are really good for gift tags. And it has that same deer. Oh, interesting. It has this deer on there. But these are really, it's just a whole bunch of really small stamps in here. And it's kind of like the, it's like a bunch of labels. Anyways, so we got these super late last year, so a lot of us still have these in stock. So if you're looking for a Christmas stamp, there's this one too.
Susan Gully said, sorry, I meant to pop the wrinkle, rework pressing down, put more product and press down.
Oh yeah, on the wrinkles, yes. I mean, my wrinkles are all laying down. They're just highly visible.
Yeah. Amy Burden Boblet, I do transfers on globes. So much fun. Definitely a challenge every time.
Yes. I think, don't you find if you focus on the center and work your way out, though, it makes it easier? Because like I did transfers on pumpkins last year, and I kind of did a tutorial on how to do that because it's a rounded, I mean, you know, that's like really round. And so those are a bit of a challenge. But of course, my pumpkins were all purple, different colors, not orange. And I put flowers on them. They came out really pretty.
Lisa Vansell wonders, could you do a piece with a Christmas inlay?
Yes, I'm going to do, so I get a lot of questions about the inlay. So I feel like the inlay is going to need more attention than just a project. So I'm going to do a YouTube video, and what we'll do is we'll do like, I'll try to cover everything that I've learned since I started using the inlays. And so we'll do several projects in the one YouTube, and we'll talk about the inlays in depth because I know that they're a little scary to use because it's such a different product. But the inlays, like every craft product has its pluses and minuses. And I love my transfers and I use them a lot, but like if I wanted to make a sign for my porch, the transfers wouldn't really be the best option, right? Because they're like super thin vinyl. And so like here in Arizona, that vinyl would crack over time, certainly, and the sun would fade it. The thing with the inlays is that they're basically printed paint. So whatever you could paint, whatever you could do with something that's painted, you could do with that inlay, which is the really cool part. So once you apply it and you seal it, it's just like you painted it on there.
Let's see. Well, Lisa Vansell also suggests an inlay course. We'll see.
I know. I'm trying to figure out how to do my courses because the ones I do now, because I've been starting to prep for my decoupage course, which will be coming up probably in October. It's a lot of work. I mean, I'm not late. It's just, I mean, the 5 days that we have together, you guys can imagine like how much work that is. But even before and after, like it's a lot of work to build a course and to do all the things. And so I was actually thinking about doing like small little master classes, and an inlay course would be a nice master class to be able to do that. Something like super deep dive, but really, really targeted.
Jean Clark, new here, just happened upon you while scrolling Facebook. I do
Hi,
board
Jean.
art, and these transfers would be awesome.
They would be awesome. And there's so many options. There are so many options. The ones I use today are just for Christmas, but there's a lot of different transfers. I even brought, because I wasn't sure what I was going to do today. So I, of course, you guys, Whispering Willow is my favorite because you guys know I love Lexi. And so I brought her transfer because I thought maybe I could use one of the animals from the Whispering Willow on this one, but I didn't. But the one that I brought, oh, maybe I didn't bring it. The one that I brought that maybe I thought I might use, and I may still use it, is Redoute, is how I was told how to say it. Redoubt, Redoute. But you guys, I think like Christmas to me doesn't have to necessarily be like Christmas, like evergreens, right? The Redoute are beautiful reds, and so if I mix this with green, I think I could still get something that felt like Christmas. So I brought this because I wasn't sure if I was going to use this one too, but we did not.
So, a couple of things. First of all, Eli Lopez is watching. It's Arnie's grandson.
Oh, hey, Eli.
Hi, Eli. He also is a DJ. So if you're ever in Safford, you need a DJ. Eli can do it. Yeah, Eli, what's your DJ name, man? Let's see.
And if you guys are new here, we're a little bit out of sorts tonight because we're in a motel room.
That's Jean Clark asked, do you do lives on a regular basis?
I do. We're live here on the Royce Treasures Facebook page and on YouTube every Sunday at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And we generally have 2 cameras. And so we're a little bit out of sorts tonight.
Because we're in a hotel.
Because we're in a hotel room. So if you come back, you know, it'll be a little better. You'll be able to see better.
Yes. The other thing was, will you send a notice on anything? Amy Burden Boblet says, will you send a notice for the inlay post? This is a good time to mention insiders.
Yes. We do have Roycycled Insiders, which I do not have. I did not save the link to.
I thought it was just
that.
hashtag insiders.
Oh yeah, that's right. Thank you, baby. He's so good. So if you put hashtag insider, then you'll get a message showing you how to become a Roycycled Insider, and that's where I always send. Although I did not send one this week. Sorry, you guys, but we're traveling. I generally send you guys a notification and let you know like when we're going to be live and what we're going to be doing. And like last week we actually took a poll, so the insiders got to decide what we were going to do exactly on our live. So if you put hashtag insider, you guys will get a message. If you're on Facebook, you'll get a message telling you exactly how to do that. And I also have a texting app. Let me look. I have my phone.
And it pops right up, and it's insiders.
Is it insiders with an S?
Yes, with an
I was
S.
thinking about that.
Because it just came up. Okay. Hey, David.
So hashtag insiders, plural. And then if you want to receive text alerts, you guys can text hello to 928-563-4641 or...
Wait. 563-4641. Right.
And what is it for? Is it hello? Is it hashtag text?
Yes.
Or put hashtag text and you guys will receive a message giving you the number if you're on Facebook. If you're on YouTube, go ahead and put it in the comments because I'll go back later and I'll just put the links. So if you're interested in being an insider and you're on YouTube, go ahead and put hashtag insiders on there. And then I'll come in later and I'll put and I'll reply with the link. And if you're interested in getting text messages, put hashtag text. And then I'll go ahead and reply, letting you know the text number to be able to text
Lisa
that.
Bancil, Shelley Klukas, Marlene Mack, Jean Clark. If you did not get an immediate Facebook Messenger message.
Oh, because they put it insider.
Yeah, put it in again, hashtag insiders.
Plural.
Yes.
Sorry, you guys.
So, I just want to make sure Marlene Mack just got a text.
Okay.
So, there you go. So, all right. And Shelly Klukas, no E, it's insider. She typed in insider is.
Oh, I'm telling you.
It's easy. You're sitting there with your thumbs. I get it.
Yes.
Just insiders.
And if you guys signed up to be an insider and you did not receive the email, check your junk mail. If you'll put roycycled@gmail.com in your address book, you'll probably be more likely to get the emails and they won't get sent to the wrong folder. So I think that's it. I really don't have anything coming up. Oh yeah, #Pinners. We will be at the Pinners Conference in Scottsdale, November 12th, that weekend. So if you are planning to travel to Arizona, or you're here in Arizona, you guys can come out. I'll be teaching a class at Pinners this year, and then we'll be having make and takes at our booth all day, both days. So if you guys are interested in coming out to see us at Pinners, you can put #Pinners in the comments, and you guys will get that information as well. And if you if you're buying tickets to the Pinners Conference, or you're registering for classes, if you use Roycycled 10, you'll get 10% off of the price of your registration and or your class signups.
On YouTube, I'm sorry, Joan Volkman, Marie Ellis, Melissa McCracken. The hashtags don't work.
I told them to go ahead and put it, and I'll just go back
you'll go
and
back
I'll do it
again?
manually.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'll
All
put the links in there for
Good.
them.
All right.
It's still a nice visual cue for me when I go, because
Sorry,
I can see.
I'm looking at two different things.
I
So
know, it's
half
all
hearing
right.
you. So, yeah.
You can't hear me because he's looking.
That's why you turn the radio down when you're looking for an address.
I know.
When
I'm
you're
just
driving.
messing with you.
Will we, Roseanne Ross, will we get an email reminder for Friday's release or text?
Yes, you guys will get another email reminder. I sent one out last Thursday. I'm so sorry, but you guys got a peek at what's coming. But I will be doing demonstrations on Friday. So even if you're an insider and you already got the email showing you, I'll be doing demos on Friday about the super secret thing that we'll be doing on Friday. But make sure that you're an insider so that you guys will get the notification of when we're going to go live on Friday. And also, I generally text everybody who's on the texting app right before we go live. Because if you guys are like me, like I can know something's at 6 o'clock, but I get busy. And before I know it, it's 8 o'clock and I've missed the thing. So I like to text like right before, so that you guys get an alert and then just remind you that we're going to be live. It's usually anywhere from like 20 to 5 minutes before, depending.
And Lisa Vansel says make sure to like this after she's done to give Sunday nights a boost. We certainly would appreciate
Thank
this.
you. Thank you guys. And you know what? Thank you guys so much for showing up. I know we are hot mess. I know we are. I appreciate every one of you guys. But we didn't talk about butchering nothing tonight. So
No, just boobs.
you guys notice it's always David who brings up inappropriate stuff. I want to point that out.
That's what I'm here for.
But I think that's it. We are going to go and try and find us something to eat this late, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much for joining us. You guys have a blessed week. I hope that a lot of you are off tomorrow, and so you get to have a day off. And I think that's it. We don't have any announcements or anything, do we? I think that's it. Thank you guys so much.
Yes.
What?
Yes, we do. So, I think we talk about this last week?
You know, say.
So, my radio station, I'm on a radio station. I'm the news director.
Oh yeah.
And I have a talk
auction.
show where I am not terribly inappropriate.
I did not text Paul David.
Our local library last year asked us if we could do a radio auction for them, and we did, and it was very successful. So we're going to do it again. We're going to do a radio auction September 16th. It will be from 8 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. Pacific time. So if you're in New York, 10 to 12:30. I mean, it theoretically could go longer. We have no idea.
Yeah, I'll post it. We'll be sure and post it.
Yes, but the reason I'm bringing this up is not because you guys care about the Safford Library. It's because Royce is going to have two things in the auction.
Yeah.
You're going to have a prepared piece.
Yeah, we're gonna do David calls it Biggie, my sheep with the crown.
I think
Biggie
you called her
sheep.
Josephine.
Josephine is her
But
name.
I think it looks like Biggie Smalls. So that's going to be available for purchase. And one-on-one
Oh yeah,
with
a
you.
one-on-one. So a 1 hour one-on-one Zoom call to talk about whatever you want. If you're working on a piece, if you have questions about decoupage, I don't know, whatever. So a 1 hour one-on-one Zoom call is going to be the other thing that'll be in the auction.
I love the fact that half of our viewers are already gone,
Oh, they're out.
and they don't know this.
Oh.
Don't worry about it. Mary says she keeps trying to. I guess Mary Sharkey. She keeps whatever button is coming up. She's pushing. It comes up as mad face. Don't worry, we're good.
Oh, okay. It's okay.
Yeah.
I always figure if I see a mad face that it's a mistake because I mean I don't know, we talk about crafting.
Sherry Force Cunningham, you're selling the Queen of Sheba.
Yes, the Queen of Sheba, right? That's a perfect name.
Yeah.
Josephine, the Queen of
So
Sheba.
yeah. So the reason I'm bringing that up is you can listen to my radio station online
Yeah.
for the auction. It's the only time my show is going to be live online. So if you want to pay attention to it, it's GilaValleyCentral.net. I'll even type it in the
And when
comments.
is it gonna be?
It's going to be September 16th.
Okay, I'll be sure and put the deets on here. I mean, I don't know if you guys want to hang out with me in real time for an hour, but for a good cause, I figured we put it up for auction. You guys don't have me be like those men all in my tuxedo getting auctioned off and nobody bids for me. They get $10.
So, just in case you guys care about, picking up something from Royce, or like you say, spending time with Royce, one-on-one.
Yeah, just a one-on-one Zoom call.
Yeah. So there you go. I just put the link to my radio station. So,
Okay.
yeah. So there you go. That's if you're
That's
all
it.
interested. If you're not, sleep in.
Oh, is it in the morning?
8 to 10:30 a.m.
Oh, Lord, put myself later. Okay, you guys. You guys have a blessed week, and we will see you next Sunday, Lord willing. Bye.